All right, getting going. Okay. Kind of already started dotting down one point. But I'm kind of hoping this one's going to be not too long to track. Just want to do a quick test, see if we can calculate some good rolling shutter, and then apply it in Blender. This is just a test. I don't know if this is going to work. I haven't really tried it out, honestly. So we'll see how it goes. Eric, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you in text form. Man, based on that one track that I put down, this is going to be a massive pain in the ass. Oh yeah. Kind of wish I started tracking a bit more of this beforehand. This one's going to be awful. Thankfully, I also don't need a lot of points because I'm not serious about the shot. This is just a test. Just a test. But a lot of the rolling shutter that's done nowadays is, hi Souse, hello. Oh wait, Eric. LOL, my nights have been a pain. It's 1 AM here and still working. Still working? I just got off work not too recently too. Just had a couple hour gaming session and now here I am doing more work. I don't know, I'm excited about this though. I love messing around with Blender whenever I can. And just trying to get rolling shutter working in there is going to be awesome. Just to see if it's good. Seeing that that's where I'm going to be doing most of my rendering from here on out. Wig20, hello again. Good to see you. Just for the record, I have a very messy shot here. Intentionally shook it around just to get as much rolling shutter as I can. And then we are going to do the very quick rolling shutter with cycles, motion blur, start on frame, and top bottom. And we're going to take the value in here and we're going to bring the camera and see what the render does, see how it lines up, see how well it works. Because I really want to start proposing to some clients that this is how we handle rolling shutter now, because a lot of render engines are starting to support that. So hopefully if we can find a way to move away from that grid warp method that 3DE and other plugins do, that'd be awesome. Because that is a dirty, dirty method. Oh, this is going to be such a pain. I just need a minimum 4, and then every other point is just gratuitous. That being said, you do need a lot of points for a good rolling shutter calculation. Out of the woods? Nope, not yet. I don't like that my tracker keeps predicting itself to fly off into the ether. So we're also going to stop the search box from predicting a movement because it's too erratic, it's too much. We're gonna go track and sticky? I don't think it's sticky. It's not very often I go in there, honestly. Looks like it, but it is not finding its feature. Oh, I have a bug. All right, let's create a new tracker, delete it. Nope. It appears my tracker is now tracking on its own, finally. Okay, that was only very irritating. Should I get something close to the floor? Wait, that's not right. I guess at this point I can go use others. Yeah, use others has helped me out here. The search box is not going overboard with its predictions, so that's nice. If you don't know what use others is, these options here are different methods for how the search box itself finds its way around the screen. Use others is looking at the average motion of the other trackers that you have active. And that's how it's going to move this search box. Oh, goodbye, fridge. Nobody needed you anyway. This is our little kitchen area at Track VFX. This is kind of where you come to gain weight, which many of us have. Our production coordinator has been very kind to us. And it showed with our waistlines. Oh, it came back. This is the worst motion blur, when the angle just flows along with a long feature and you can't see how stretchy the blur is. So if you can't see how much like blur there is, you don't know where it starts and stops. Just kind of look at how much stretch there is at other points. Like look here, you can see the edge of the bowl. You can see how long the motion blur trail is. And you can see how long it is right here, right on the tissue box, and kind of use that to like between here and here. That's how far we should be from the tip. But I'm not going to be that precise. No, sir. Out of the woods. Awesome. 1, 2. Okay, so we have 2 active across all frames. So I just want to get 2 more that could be active across all frames, and then again everything else is going to be gratuitous and just there to help us out. So yeah, I don't want to spend forever on this shot. Said me every stream. Let's get this Valentina. We have a guy at the office. Puts this stuff in a bag of Doritos, shakes it around. Apparently it's delicious. I believe it. Nachos, tacos, cheese. Putting hot sauce on like tacos. And tacos, I know, not our crappy tacos over here. Simulate that taco in a bag thing. You put this in a bag of Doritos, I'd imagine it would taste delicious. Eric, officially off the clock. So many shots to deliver. I want nachos now. Try it, man. Get Valentina sauce. And then report back. I gotta give that a try next time I go into the office. Oh, by the way, if anybody here has like any shots or demo reel stuff that they wanna... I'm probably gonna be saying this for the next few streams. If you have any like shots that you... or like tracks that you want to be critiqued in kind of a fun way... My boss just kind of brought up to me that he wants to, and I want to do this too. We've been wanting to do this for a while. We want to review demo reel stuff and just some tracking stuff for people. But we also want to have a lot of fun with it. I don't know. We just kind of want to sit and make fun of everything. pick out some actual details and, you know, not be like, there's a problem with when you're critiquing people's work and you more compliment the good stuff than you do address the bad stuff. And we kind of want to just kind of have a roast on some people's stuff if anybody was up for sharing some very early work of theirs. And the video would also just come out to be like a more educational, you know, here's what you do and don't, or here's what we would look for in a reel, and here's what you should and shouldn't do and why. Eric, LOL, I have a new reel in the works, but not tracking specific. It's a comp reel. We don't want no damn comp reel. I would actually love to see a comp reel. Every time I see comp reels or breakdown, like any breakdown, I'm always blown away by just the isolation of layers, the animation and time it takes just for people to do those breakdowns. Oh, this sauce is absurd. I really do need to try this Doritos and Valentina tomorrow. I'm gonna give that a try. Mostly 2D smoke and cleanup work. Nice. Cleanup is something I definitely want to get better at. I've been playing a lot with Fusion, and sooner or later I gotta figure out how to paint stuff out in Fusion. I could be wrong, but it looked like it was more fun than Nuke. But Pete Davidson's in it, so I got that going for me. Do you like that guy? I can't get into that guy. Weirds me out. I don't know why, because I actually have not seen a lot of stuff with him in it. I saw him in Hot Ones. I like Hot Ones, and he seemed like a pretty cool guy. Is he still with Ariana Grande? Ariana Grande kind of annoyed me too after she freaked out at that burger in that donut shop. Hell yeah, Fusion's my go-to now. Nice. I've been watching a lot of Casey Ferris because he's like so far been the best that I've seen on instructing. Or yeah, teaching Resolve and Fusion. So that has been getting me up to speed, because here soon I'm going to have a project that I'm going to just learn and do on stream. It's going to be a music video. Yeah, Casey's been a top watch. Also, there's a couple of good videos from Andrei Lebrov. I don't know how to pronounce that. I gotta look that up. No, I'm not gonna look that up just yet. I'm gonna keep that in mind. No, I feel like I know that guy. Hold on. Oh yeah, I do know this guy. This guy's awesome. Yeah, Andrew. His stuff is great. You didn't read my hello? Danasa. Wait, where are you? Oh, you did say hello. I did ignore it. Wait, where'd my other window go? Oops. Okay, I didn't read your hello. Yes, intentional. Sorry, Danasa. There's kind of this automatic response embedded within me to just gloss over your name tag. I don't know what it is, but when I see it, I'm so directly off-put and insulted that I automatically, my eyes just avert to the next comment. Eric, I mean, I'm not like an uber fan of Pete Davidson, but it's nice to have some work with a famous face. It definitely is. I can't say that I don't enjoy having just famous faces on my reel. It's kind of this, you know, it's kind of funny. I was actually talking to my mom here recently, where it's like such a surreal feeling to like work on, like, you know, when you grow up seeing things like Terminator and everything with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and now that I've been in the industry, where I've actually gotten to work on the Terminators, like just work on him. Such a surreal feeling. And The Rock. Danasa, LOL. Eric, he's not with Ariana. She got married this weekend, I heard, to some other guy. That poor boy. Both of them. Eric and that new guy. I shouldn't judge. I don't know Ariana enough. She could have changed since she screamed at that employee. Or threw donut, whatever she did. I don't know. Whatever she did in that donut shop, I can't remember. Whoosh J. Ophi. Oh, how did I pronounce that last time? Did I just say Ophi? Whoa, I can watch a Twitch stream. Nice. I can't remember. I think last time I just called you Ophi. Sorry if that's not right. But it's the best that I can do given the limited knowledge of English that I have. Even though it is my native and only language I speak. Ovi is perfect. Nice. Alright, so we have... I wonder if this will solve right now. Not that it's good. Oh! We're done. Look at that shutter. That's what we want to see. Actually, this should be over just a little bit. Not that it matters. And from here on out, let's just work and refine. Eric, I've totally... I've processed plates with Sophie Turner, Freddie Highmore, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. It's cool, but I'm not obsessed over it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Once you get like 2 movies under your belt, the rest of it is just kind of these guys. But yeah, what was the first? I'm trying to think of what the first person that I was like, oh shit, nice. Trying to think of the first person that kind of made me like, oh wow, I'm really doing this project. Probably my first project was Pee Wee Herman's Big Holiday on Netflix. So that was an interesting one. That was fun working on Paul Rubin, every single shot of the movie. And Ophi is an ancient orchestra instrument with Greek etymology. You've pronounced it better than anyone else has. Ophicleidon? Ophicleidon? I can't. There's no way. I'm gonna need like a Google style pronunciation right up in the chat of that. Perfect? Get out of here. There's no way I pronounced that correctly. If I did, man, pat on the back to me. Give you my address so you can come over. Give me the old father-son pat on the back. Tell me how good I've done before you leave forever. Because you won some Lotto Max. I'm adopted. I can make those jokes. As I let my tracker slip off to the side. People say it like obsoletan? Butchered that again. Oh, thank you. The fridge is gone. That music's kind of loud. Tone that down just a bit. Oh, and it kind of returned a little bit. There it is. Oh, but only for like 3 frames? That's kind of useless. Eric, that's okay. I know the name Payne. My last name no one ever gets right. What's your... Can you spell out your last name, your full name? Could I see how bad I butcher that too? I love being autistic because I unlock whole class of jokes. Are you? Whoa, Eric, that is a Harry Potter spell if I've ever seen one. Fakharzadeh. Fakharzadeh? That's the best guess I have. I'm curious, Ophi, is there... I know because I've been seeing like some videos and stuff, but like... How does it affect you if you don't mind me asking? I can't get this tracker to do anything. Oh, you know what? Ophi, I think you told me this. I think you told me. Pretty sure you told me this at one point. Eric, that's exactly how everyone guesses it, but no. Oh, of course I got it wrong. Fakharzadeh. Fakharzadeh? Fakharzadeh. 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 I really hope that one was it. Okay, let me try get some distortion. Oh, gross. I just need enough of a solve that rolling shutter will do something. Just so I can test this in Blender quickly. Again, that's the goal. Once I get this solved and then tossed into Blender just so I could test that rolling shutter and do a render with something, that's going to be the end of the stream. I hope it's not going to be too long. But again, that's the purpose. I'm just messing around. I don't know exactly what I'm doing in Blender. I did a little test render a little while ago and made a whippy camera and did a top-down, top-bottom rolling shutter. But I haven't put a camera in there and an image to see if like CG elements align with that shutter value taken from SynthEyes. If it does, oh my goodness. I'm going to be throwing this at every client that we can. Well, not me personally. I'm going to yell at others to yell at others' peoples to put the value into their render engines and see what it does to the pipeline. Eric, that's like 98% right? Nice. 98% right. Was it, like, did I say it correctly, but did I miss the accent? Because I know a lot of people come to like Canada and America and like they'll speak things with an accent. We say, yeah, you're right. But you go anywhere else and you have an accent and they'll rip on you for just having the accent wrong, even if you've said it correctly. Just wondering if it's that kind of scenario, if I just missed the accent. Okay, does that tissue box come back? Yes, it does. Kind of the za was a little weaker compared to what it generally is. Okay, so I didn't hit a consonant very well. I gotta say, I'm not enjoying these criticisms on my ability to pronounce words I've never seen, nor have I known existed. Nah, I appreciate it. I appreciated being called out on anything I can be. Otherwise, my growth is stunted. Yeah, look at how bad those points are. That's pretty ugly. I think the solve is inverted too. And yeah, my name's got 2 pronunciations. Oh. Eric, the one I'm telling you is the Americanized version that I grew up with. But then there's the Persian pronunciation. Wish I could hear both of them said by a native speaker. Oh, I lost it. Scene size. Come on, synthesize frame. It's not framing on anything. Okay, let's go 3D. Make a box. There we go. That was so weird. I couldn't lock onto those solve points. Had to make a box to do it. A little annoying. I guess it's because this scene is, I don't know. Okay, so which way is the solve moving? Oh, get out of here. That is a lot of message. Okay, wait. Fun fact. Oh. But then there's a... Oh, one day. Danasa. Fun fact. Danasa is actually pronounced Danasa. But when I moved to Canada, I felt so bad, so I never corrected everyone. So now I have two pronunciations. Danasa? Did I ever say it wrong? Because I thought I'd been saying it like that. Eric, it translates to child of brickmaker. Child of brickmaker? That sounds kind of cool. Ovi, keep in mind that it's a whole spectrum, and for some people it's much... Oh yeah, this is the explanation. Keep in mind that it is a whole spectrum, and for some people it's much worse. For me, it's stuff like just naturally not looking people in the eyes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When I talk, it feels weird to hold eye contact. Whenever there are more than two people talking, I can't not focus on both voices at the same time. To the point it's hard to talk to someone if more people talk. And if I'm concentrating, there are a lot of sounds and get sensory overload and start feeling really anxious. Hard to explain that. Yeah, I don't... What was I... I think I was watching Mark Rober. Mark Rober on YouTube. Wait. Mark Rober. Yeah, I think it was Mark Rober on YouTube. Who recently put up a video on his son with autism. And then he started talking about and describing stuff like this. And yeah, I was curious. About what effects were. But the sensory overload, that's tough. I could not imagine. But hearing it described, like, it's extremely fascinating to hear more about. Let me color code these points because for some reason I can't lock onto these points at all. And I want to see them because I want to see if the wall inverted. And see it rotates me halfway across the galaxy. So Control F, there we go. Zoom out on this, and yes, you can see that my counter is all messed up. So let's immediately go to automatic. I'm going to switch beginning and end frames. That box needs to go away. I don't need that. Going to make sure I have a couple frames with a little bit of motion. I think I did it. Oh, I totally did it. That already looks better. All right, on that, Eric, all right, on that note, I'm going to sign off. Got to be up for work. Good talking to you as always. Good talking to you too, man. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Ovi, yep, he had really good visualization of the audio thing. It's similar. That's actually pretty good to hear that the visualization was pretty good. Makes me want to rewatch that video. NASA, you were saying it correctly most of the time. Some people say, duh, oh, duh, NASA. But also, I don't mind it at all when people mispronounce or give me nicknames. It's cool. Don't worry. Man, I'm going to give you all sorts of very strange names now. You've kind of given me a lot of power, and I will abuse it. I want to get something on this pillar. And my tracking direction is ruined. I don't have too much hope of getting this point here to solve. So I'm probably going to let it die here in a moment. And my mic keeps cutting off my voice. Yeah, I'm letting it die there. There's no way. Oh, I can see it. Ryan, good evening. Hello again. Ryan, how do you guys handle rolling shutter at Zoic? Do you guys even calculate it? I'm not a big fan of the grid warp method with 3D and other plugins. They're alright, but you know, they're not physically accurate and kind of introduce some problems with orbiting shots, like if you're on a track. Start to get that top-down error. So, I want to see if I can get it to have a more realistic, physically accurate result using the rolling shutter within Blender. I saw Arnold. I don't know if this is like the past year and a half, but Arnold supports rendering rolling shutter now too. So we can take the value out of Synthesize, put it in here, and hopefully get a physically accurate render. Really want to see what that does to a pipeline. Okay. Danasa, have you used Cinema 4D, Cal? I'm learning it now. I have not. But the tools in it look awesome. It just, like, I'm only familiar with Mesh and Maya for, like, graphic stuff. But, yeah, Cinema 4D, I know it's kind of the god tier of that stuff, and it looks awesome. I do occasionally watch some streams and tutorials on it, just because I'm curious. Ophi, is that a low-key burn? A low-key burn? Did I burn something? I don't know what I burned. I don't know what I can't remember what I said. Akam, hello. Good to see you again. And Ryan, usually no. Yeah, I think we've only done it once or twice at track, but there's so many shots that could benefit from it. There's so many very similar shots. Typically when you're working for a outsourced company where the work comes to you and you're not in direct contact with the clients, they kind of expect the shot to come in, and most of the time they look at the whole thing and ask why these little slivers of shots aren't moving when the camera's shaking, or wait, why these portions of the shot aren't sticking 100% when the camera's shaking. When you work within the studio environment, it's pretty easy to go over and talk to the people and give them exactly what they need for their shot, so you can put your weighting up and focus onto these small isolated areas if you need to. But it would be very awesome to be able to talk to some clients, which hopefully we'll be able to do here soon, and just see what engines are supporting rolling shutter now, because a lot of engines don't support it still. But it would be such an easy way to make things work and give Synthesize much more give Synthesize users much more freedom. Danasa, I really like Cinema 4D. Hey, Walnut, good to see you again. Akam, I've always have a problem with rolling shutter. I hope this helps. If it works for me once I get to Blender here in a few minutes. Just to see if I go, oh, not here. So my lens distortion looks pretty good for my camera. And now let's go rolling shutter. So rolling shutter does not display accurately. So if I go solve, so now if you look, so here's my old solve. It looks proper. Like this looks accurate. Like it, you know, this solve point here is sticking pretty well. Up here it looks all right. There's kind of a evenly dispersed error. So if I had a lot more trackers all around the scene, you would see more error going on in the shot. Right now, there's only 4 trackers visible. So Synthesize has kind of found a good angle to make these look good. So if I go back to the solve with rolling shutter, so I redo, you could see these points are now, they've now fallen off. This is how SynthEyes can display it. You can't really display rolling shutter like with a plate because you can't warp the plate properly. You can't, you can't. I didn't explain that very well. And those methods of warping the plate with like a grid warp plane is not accurate. And for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, if you're in a moving car filming like a distant field or I don't know, tree line, and you have these like power lines or a fence passing in front of that backdrop, you'll notice the backdrop is looking nice and clean, but the foreground as it passes is going to be skewed at an angle. So at different depths and different speeds and different camera movements, you're going to have some interesting artifacts. It's not one uniform depth that like what 3DE will give you, or many of the plugins that do a quick calculation and whatever. It doesn't work like that. Those are cheats. Those are hacks. Let's see. I missed a bunch of messages. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? Danasa, Cinema 4D has its own native camera and object tracker. I would love to see you try it. I saw some of that. I do want to try it, actually. I wish that I could justify learning Cinema 4D for myself, though. So it likely won't happen. Akam, what we can do with tracking rolling shutter and adding CG. That's actually what I'm going to do in this stream. Myself here. I might have just missed your message and I may have accidentally answered it, but I'll just say it again. But yeah, with this, I'm going to take this shot and this rolling shutter value into Blender, and we're going to actually render some CG in front of this plate and see if it aligns into place. And that'll be it. Ophi, I somehow thought the Pro cameras had global shutter or something. Yeah, actually not a lot of them do. Not a lot of them have global shutter as much as you would think, because those cameras are extremely expensive. And if people can get away with taking like a Red Cam or an Alexa or something, which don't typically have global shutters, like they're still gonna get some rolling shutter. Yeah, you'd kind of like, to anybody else, nobody understands. Nobody who isn't a tracker or has ever tracked in their life understands the worth of a global shutter to VFX. Which is a shame. Just trying to think of where I want to add just a couple more points. This window. Walnut, if you wanted to try Cinema 4D Tracker, Cinema 4D has a free month, so you could totally... Oh yeah, that might be fun, just to see if I could. Walnut, however, I will warn you, Cinema 4D Tracker is very basic. Yeah, I'd have to look more into it. I don't know if it'd be worth me trying it out for a month. Ophi, and then there's my A6000 where everything is rolling shutter noodles. I think the worst camera I've had for rolling shutter is the Sony A7S Mark II. That camera, like the slightest move and suddenly everybody looks like, what's the word? Not a rhombus. I don't remember the name of that shape that looks like this. Well, I'm not pretty sure. Oh, Ryan, people on set, do you think about rolling shutter or anything helpful in trackers? Wait, people on set, do you think about rolling shutter or anything helpful? Oh wait, are you asking somebody in the chat who might be working on set? The phrasing of that message has kind of got me a bit. But yeah, I don't imagine, I know a lot of people just are not thinking about trackers when they're on set. At least the people who I've talked to who work on set. And also there's a lot pushing against them as well. It's not always them. Whether it's quick turnarounds and whatever that have to take place, and also the more trackers that you place on set, the more that comp has to paint out. So they're gonna get a little pushback from whatever angle, from whatever department that they've also been more exposed to. Because I know some people who have been primarily comp, and they've actually used that as a direct decision in how they decorate their set. I bet typing. Do you think they think about it? I don't think so. I doubt that. If anything, it's going to be the cinematographer. Or wait, the DP. Would it be the DP? Would be the one who may think about it? Because I don't remember if the rolling shutter, like on CMOS sensors, started as a result of this some imitation to a top-down shutter in a film strip. I know with the shutter, a CMOS sensor specifically, they start from the top bottom, and as these like thin lines, something about them, it'll do what it has to do, and then it has to recharge as the other strips going down are doing their thing. They're all recharging one after the other, and they're starting top bottom. It's kind of like a consequence of these things recharging that kind of simulates rolling shutter, and more expensive cameras apparently get around that somehow. It's been a long time since I've looked into why that is. So it's just a guess. Yeah, should be if VFX Soup doesn't. Yeah, rolling. I wouldn't even care much about rolling shutter if I personally was able to go by people's desks again and just kind of say, hey, here's the problem. Can we isolate the CG over here and just knock it out fast, rather than me trying to force this whole shot where there's a little bit of jello. So now the error has bumped up to, 1-2 pixels or whatever on this specific range, and people are asking why. It's also a shame that we have to show dailies without motion blur for tracking, because you'll see motion blurry areas, and they'll watch like your cones and locators shift around in place, when realistically it's going to be blasted out with blur, and there's no possible way you could see any error. It's a shame that that's the case. That's like, it's kind of funny because that's like even the rule with animation. Like, don't show off dailies. Don't show off your animations and dailies without rolling shutter, because you need to see you need to see what your eyes are typically gonna see in the real world. Like if you're watching an animation of a character or a jet flyby, if you watch a jet flyby or maybe a crash or something, I don't know. You see it without motion blur, and now the clients are picking on these details that you can't possibly see, and they're nitpicking stuff that's just not necessary. Man, I jumped around with my words a lot there. I was not too clear. I was kind of focusing on where the center of this blur is, and I don't really have reference nearby. So it kind of jumbled up my speech a little bit. Walnut, yeah, that message took 3 seconds. Oh, wait, did I miss that too? Oh, I missed a few. Walnut, pretty sure it doesn't even try to solve distortion. I don't remember. Oh, that's probably due to Cinema 40. Walnut, wow, there's very little delay to stream between when I send a message and see it in your stream. Or see it in your screen. That's good to hear. Walnut, yeah, that message took 3 seconds. That is incredible if it's only 3 seconds. Alright, how do I get this point going? I'm guessing. I think Hugo's Desk had I can't pronounce his last name, I'm just going to call him Hugo's Desk. Hugo's Desk had a pretty good video talking about on-set supervision. And he did have a little bit of insight on the tracking portion of it and how they deal with placing markers around. That was interesting to hear. Oh Ophi, I can't find apples to apples comparisons, but the A6000 is the cheapest consumer Sony mirrorless, so I guess it's even worse. Yeah, mirrorless cameras. I think mirrorless cameras specifically have worse rolling shutter, but I don't know why. Why a mirrorless camera? What's different about its sensor? Maybe it's because those cameras are so good in low light. When you have a camera that's amazing in low light, you have your sensor. You have a lower megapixel, but I don't know if that has anything to do with maybe the recharge time of those diodes, whatever they're called. Maybe the recharge time is varying to allow more light. That's just a very terrible guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this point looks okay. What does our error do? 1.9, that's kind of expected. All right. So this tracker here, I like what this is doing because when this pillar whips upwards, the part of the structure that's going to be left behind is this pillar is going to have a delay at the bottom of the footage. So this solve point is being left behind, and I am very happy about that. So that is promising. I'm just going to lay down a couple more points, and I'm going to get out of here and jump to Blender and give a quick render a go. Because CMOS, designed with fewer transistors. Is transistor the proper word for it? I thought it was like diodes. Again, I don't know nothing. I don't know what a transistor is. All I know is a transistor was one of the biggest contributing factors into our development as a species in terms of technological advances. I believe it's the transistor that might have been one of the biggest turning points of our species. And that's why reduce cost. Okay, that red light dot seems nice, but I remember you saying something about lights being bad to track. Actually, lights are great. I should track that. If I said lights are bad, I don't remember why. It was probably a very specific case. I'm just going to get this point at the end. Don't want to spend forever with this nick. Was this footage from a Pocket 4K? Yep. Mine has some unfortunate rolling shutter when on a more zoomed in lens. Oh yeah, zoomed in lenses. The slightest moves that footage is going to whip faster. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I hope your lens doesn't have image stabilization turned on if you're filming. You kind of want to turn that stuff off because that's going to warp your footage. And also, most photography lenses, they're meant for photos. So if you turn your camera a bit, the photo tries to stabilize. But then once your lens gets far enough, the lens is like, I got to snap back to realign. So it has this quick little whip. But yeah, if a lens has image stabilization, turn that off. Ophi, 99.99999. I'm just misremembering then. You could be right. Because I know I've said there's so many cases. Lights can be bad. I just can't remember why. Walnut could have been a round light, like a circle at an angle or something, because that type of light could be bad to track. Lights that deform, like if you're looking at a headlight in a vehicle, those lights kind of change because the refraction of the glass will direct the light. So if you're viewing it at different angles, that light source actually has deformed shapes. That is a bad example. I'm sorry. I mean, that's a good example of a bad example. um, yeah, I'm certain there's more. I have to think about that. And Ophi, and yeah, your computer contains somewhere between a few billions and tens of billions transistors, depending on how baller it is. Nice. Yeah, that's actually something now I want to just watch more of, just anything I can about transistors. Because like, yeah, that was such a huge deal when those things came around. Walnut, yeah, I have my stabilization turned off thanks to your advice a few months ago. Nice. And Ryan, maybe you meant reflections. Yeah, reflections can be bad. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I did. Reflections, a lot of mirrors are not perfect. If you just kind of move side to side or walk away from a mirror, you're going to notice the distortions. It is very hard to get a perfect mirror. Sometimes you get desperate and a mirror is okay, but generally try to not track mirrors if you can help it. All right, what's this do? Okay, I'm just gonna examine a couple more points here. So where's the shutter going? So this is whipping left. The footage. So when I render this, I just got to predict where the shutter is going. So camera's going this way. The bottom needs to shift to the right. And what's awesome, so that makes sense. The bottom of the footage has to shift right for Blender when I hit render. And what's great is that we can see the solve points are all they're all shifting to the right. So that is a very good sign. And about transistors, some people said this is technology they got from aliens. Says, aliens, dude, man, I would love for aliens to exist, but the odds of it is such a mathematical impossibility that we'll ever see them. And that aliens could ever come to us. The thing about radio signals, or the time it takes for, any signals to be bounced back and forth between solar systems is so disheartening. But man, the odds of like any contact so astronomically low. But the fact that we're here obviously means there's got to be something somewhere else. But again, man, the building blocks for life to take place and for it to assemble itself the way that it has on a ball of dust that has been locked in the Goldilocks zone of the sun, the odds of that are just astronomical. Getting that phosphorus, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur, I think are like the most important. I think that's like the most important building blocks to life. And the odds of it all just working here is just insane. Mind-blowing to me that we even have a magnetic, like the poles of the planet and how it affects everything is just insane. Why am I talking about this? Ryan, or highlights. Yeah, highlights are rough. Oh yeah, highlights are bad. Yeah, if you ever try like this right here, this little speck light here, this highlights are like reflections on smooth surface. Well, it's a reflection. That's a highlight. On curved surfaces, reflections, highlights, they move as the camera moves, so don't track those. Dracius, what Full Metal Alchemist thing did I walk into? Nice. That's awesome. Why did I start talking about? Why did I start that? All right, let's put speaking of light, let me just put down like this point maybe, and I'll give this a try. I'll give this a try in Blender. I'll apply the distortion and we'll just go see what the shutter does. Dario, you came in at a very good time. Walnut, because aliens and transistors. Oh yeah, and I was talking about the astronomical odds of contact with alien life. Yeah, they would... What would they have to be up to, like a stage 3 civilization to even have the power to travel across solar systems or galaxies, sorry? To even be able to make it to us? And the time that it takes to get to that stage is just insane. That, and you can't even... I don't know if it's already proven impossible that we can't really assemble the energy needed to operate a warp drive. I'm getting too deep into some of this. My nerd is showing. I'm trying to study some of this stuff as much as I can for some projects that I want to do. Oh, it came back. Man, I used to be real excited about solar sails growing up. Before I realized that gets you nowhere. Really liking the consistency of these points. Like, this is working out fantastically. This is giving me a lot of hope. I think we're good. I think I'm going to Blender. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to Blender. I should do a little bit of orientation of this though. Ophi, ion thrusters are super fun. Bonus points because you can do them on Earth and get enough thrust to measure them as a hobbyist. Yeah, I was gonna say ion thrusters. We can't get them strong enough at all for them to be effective, right? Yeah, I think they're like super weak. I think. Okay, let's do some quick orientation to the scene. Just because I'm not solving anymore, I'm actually just gonna apply my distortion. And again, this is reversible, so no worries. So lens, do I want to do it at the first frame or over here? Let's do it over here. My distortion feels wrong. Well, I don't know. It feels all right. Ryan, is it meta of me watching you track while I track at the same time? That's are you working out of home? Or are you able to go into the office, Ryan? Because like it's strange to me watching live streams of any other artist doing CG, like in, I don't know, Maya, Blender, when I'm doing some modeling work at track in the office. I don't know, it does feel a bit strange. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop some lines here. So let's see, let's get a Z on Z. And I don't like this Z line, but again, we're not going for amazing quality. Guess I could have just went down here, but I want a little bit of coverage over there. And I really hope that Joel put these up straight. Yeah, I've been working from home the whole time. I've just been recently, I think about a month ago or something, I've been sneaking to the office now. Now I go in a couple days a week. Oh, thankfully, we got space in the seats, so that is good. Let's see. Why am I putting down more Z lines? I don't need more Z lines. Let's get a Y line. Sure, let the origin be our countertop. Why not? Yeah, very tough to train new people over Discord and stuff for some reason or online. Especially when there's too many things going on. So did that initially to stop back into the office, and now I've greatly reduced the amount of time I spend there. But it is definitely nice getting out, so long as everybody is following their precautions. Walnut, possibly a missed message from me above, but if you're just waiting for a breakpoint since it's long, then never. Wait, what? Did I miss a message? Walnut, oh, this is a thing I was thinking about the other day just because my brain got bored while I was next to a mirror. Could a shot of an object that you track that is also in a mirror somehow give you more detail, like multicam shot, presuming the mirror is high enough quality? You can't solve those together. I'm pretty sure there is no tool that does that. I'm trying to think of if there's a way that you could cheat some kind of mocap with that, but I don't imagine that's the case. Actually, I think I do know something. Wait. Oh, I did something really cool for a cool big movie. But I can't talk about the movie, and I can't talk about what I did in it. But it's kind of along the lines of this. How do I explain this? Okay, well, anyway, an object that shows up in a mirror. Man, there's a couple ways. This is really hard to explain. It's kind of a complex thing to do that I have in my mind. There is... Oh, boy. Okay, here's kind of a rough explanation. I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to give it a try. So, if you have a mirror and an object track here, if you solve this as best you can, hopefully you had a scan for the object, you solve it, and then what I would do is I would take the object. Honestly, you're really probably just best to do a separate object solve. But I would adjust it in Maya and get a baked position out of Maya, which I can export into back into Synthesize. So now I have two objects in Synthesize. One for the mirror that I baked out of Maya, and I've inverted in Maya, brought it back into Synthesize, and then in Synthesize, I can lock the distance of the object, track a similar point, and you can turn on distance and actually make it so the object, you can put a couple points and have it so that the object solves only side to side to reline itself back up, so that you kind of keep the depth as close as you possibly can. I don't think that made sense. I'm sorry. That's something I might have to try on stream here sooner or later. Okay, I've got a couple lines here. Let's do this real quick. Let's get a line. Is there something in the darkness? Let's go levels, exposure. Yeah, I don't think I did a good job on that. Anyway, let me see a couple of these other messages. Walnut, possibly miss... Oh, I read that. Ophi, ion thrusters are actually used on spacecraft, I think. Also, I think they are fairly amazingly efficient. Oh, yeah, sorry, when I say weak, it's not like sci-fi where they're gonna blast you across, I'll say, just the solar system. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. Where I think they're fairly amazingly efficient. It's just they accelerate over a really long time. That might be it. Oh, it's not. That sounds like the solar sail thing, where solar sails just take a long time to accept. Not that long, I know. Calvin, next month I have a project in Vancouver. I would love to see you and have a coffee. Yeah, man. Get in contact with me. No, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, for sure. If you're ever up here, if anybody ever comes up to Vancouver, yeah, send me a message. I guess you know what, I'm just gonna leave it at these 2 lines. All right. Let's get out of here. So align, F3, hey, glorious. And that looks surprisingly pretty solid. Wow. Walnut, oh God, I will never do that ever. You will, oh God, you will never do that ever? Are you saying you'll never come visit me? Buy me coffee? No, I think you wrote that before. I'm just kidding. The mirror thing is way too hard for me this time. Oh yeah, that's too hard for you. Yeah, the mirror, it's not that bad, honestly. You're better off just manipulating the object, offsetting it by hand to better line up in a mirror. It's not that hard. Okay, so this is our basic orientation. I'm just gonna plant this on the floor and call it done. Let me just get a quick floor point. And 0.8, I'm not gonna track that. I can't believe I guessed the same spec. Wow. That worked out. Get a quick scale in here. I'm gonna drop an Earthling in. Get him to 170 on all axes. Whole FX mesh is off. And because I know I filmed with my camera right in front of my face, I'm gonna make sure that the face of this dude is kind of level with the camera. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. I'm not gonna smooth this camera. If you dare to smooth a camera like this, oh wait, let me see this. Ovi, great talking to you this morning. It's really great that oh, sorry, another message came in and popped yours up. Great talking to you this morning. It's really great that as a professional you show us real work. Thank you for everything. For sure. Yeah, there's so many weird practices online with tutorials that I've seen that I really hope that a lot of this stuff helps. Not saying that anything that I do is the best way to do it, but it's stuff that I've kind of workshopped on top of other things I've learned from tutorials online that I've seen and other people that I've worked with. So I hope this stuff helps. Walnut, lol. I was slowly realizing that as the conversation went, my previous message was slowly getting the new context of, oh God, I can't believe you'd want to hang out with Calvin. Yeah, that's what I was getting out of it. All right. So before I export this to Blender, I did say that I wasn't going to smooth this, except if you dare to. So if you dare to smooth a handheld shaky camera, you cannot over smooth it. If you over smooth it, the camera is going to move down far enough. Oh, it's going to move down far enough that you now have this weird seesaw thing going where you have a point here, and then the camera moves down, and there's no possible way to align these 2 points at different depths. So over smoothing can introduce stuff like that. So if you're gonna smooth something handheld like this, really make sure that in filtering you have your axes and you turn your frequency like up. I don't know, 15. Let's see what 15 does. So see 15. If I undo and redo, sorry, that's hard to see, I know. If I undo and redo this right here, we kept the hills, but we ditched the micro jitter. The micro jitter is not like your hand movement. Your hands don't do that. That's kind of just, you know, pixel error in the tracker that Synthesize is solving. But the default, like frequency of 5, if I smooth it now, yeah, like I blasted out a lot more of that curvature. So I'm just gonna not smooth this. I don't feel like smoothing this. I'm gonna leave it as it is, and yeah. Ovi, anyway, have a good day. Thank you for stopping. Oh, wait. Ovi, yeah, same thing with my job in computer security. We'll never do something the way it's shown in tutorials. With your job in computer security? So you're not in VFX? Ovi, anyway, have a good day. It's good talking to you, man. Thank you for stopping by. And I hope things are well. All right, let's blender. So I'm just gonna quickly get rid of everything, delete, and let's go back to Synthesize, and I'm gonna export this as an Alembic. Cool, leave it at that. And the settings. I think that the scene scaling is something I'm happy with. I think I changed this so I can get into Blender's units. Blender's preferred unit of scale. So I think that 0.01 was me. I think that's the only thing I might have done here. Also, create screen. I don't want an image plane, but I'm gonna leave it there just because I'm more comfortable seeing it than deleting it in Blender. So let's just see if this works. All right, file, import, Alembic, and I'm on my other screen for a moment. Okay, tracking, Alembic. I hate Blender. Yeah, I love and hate Blender. I'm both. I keep bouncing back and forth. Blender does a lot of awesome things, but yeah, it's not particularly amazing at all those things compared to software that's specialized. That being said, again, you can do some amazing stuff in Blender. I have just not seen overwhelmingly amazing stuff out of Blender yet. I've seen some. All right, import. Oh, you got that, you got the Binding of Isaac. How did you get an emote like that here? I don't understand emotes and how you get them on here, honestly. Walnut, I wish you could import an Alembic file to Blender from Synthesize and have it set stuff up for you, like frame range, frame rate, and resolution. Oh man, Maya and Synthesize does all that beautifully. I wish that I could just have that here. FBX and Maya is amazing because FBX and Maya, if you orient your scene and then you export an if you orient your scene in Maya and now your cameras mismatch between the two, I had no idea, but every time you bring in a new FBX from Synthesize, it'll mess up your previous camera in the scene. But what it actually does is it gets rid of the old camera and it snaps the new updated camera within the same layout, and it's amazing. And it gets your render resolutions and frame rates and all that stuff, and it's awesome. Congratulations, you've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. That's cool. Walnut, the FBX and Cinema 4D, everything is all set up. Nice. Okay, so let me go ahead and split the viewport. Get a camera going over here. Shift scroll. Nope. Control scroll wheel. I'm gonna get rid of this image plane and go ahead to. You know what? I hate that I can select the camera here. Oh, what I hate here is when you select and highlight. Oh, it's not gonna do it for me now, of course. Okay, I've highlighted it, but see, if I go off of one object and highlight to another object, and this goes for anything in Blender, it doesn't give you those options for it until you do a proper selection or like a double, like the, oh, okay, no. Select now. I don't understand that. I haven't found anybody explain why it does it like that. But now I get the camera settings. So we're gonna go background images, add image. Oh, I didn't write out my plate. Bro, watch this. Twitch TV. I'll have to keep. I'm gonna save that link. I'll have to. What? I took a glance at it. Wait. 1 sec. The stream is indicated for mature audience. Was he just sleeping? What's he doing? I have no clue what's happening there. All right, let's go right up my plate. You're gonna have to let me know what he was doing because I don't want to take up time on this stream. Look at that. Okay, synthesize plates. If you're writing out plates, it's super easy just to go find whatever format you were using. So EXR, select your first frame, and now you've got your title, and then change your stuff here to JPEG, and I'm also going to put underscore UD for undistorted. Save, and then write. Okay, so now, in Blender, I gotta go open, and rolling shutter, plates, and you have to go Control A, no, just A, sorry. Open all the images. And now over here, you can now select between all the plates that were in that folder. So we're gonna go UD, and we're gonna turn up, what was it? I don't remember what I'm doing. Oh wait, UDIM tiles, image sequence. Frames all the way up. I'm just gonna crank it. Let's see, what else? Oh, I got a frame offset too. You get a frame offset, so you see everything is a little off here. So you have to go to offset, and what is it, 1001 for me? Yeah, there we go. And you'll notice the plate is washed out. So to fix that, we can come down to opacity, turn it up. All right, let's see what else. I think I'm good. I think I set it up. Okay, so now let's look for some bad rolling shutter. Also, I'm going to turn off the relationship lines. Get out of here. So it's very noticeable right here and right down here with the light. The shelf is off too. Okay. Now here's where we see how rusty and terrible I am at Blender. So I'm not going to turn on rolling shutter first. So let's go GPU. And let's go 128 times 4. Let's go, yeah, 512. Why not? I don't need it to look pretty, obviously, but I just kind of want to see it pretty. So the cones. Where are the cones? Oh, trackers. And I'm gonna give these an emission. Oh, did only one take the emission? Yeah, only one did. Okay, I have to. Okay, I think I have to select this one. And what is it? Control. Nope. Object edit. Shift L. Select linked material. Shift L material. Nope. This way. Oh, I thought it was that easy. Because I don't have the time to figure it out, let's just do this one by one. A little embarrassing, I'll admit. With 2.92 and up, you can render on GPU and CPU at the same time to make... Yeah, but the CPU is not much faster. I do that. It should be on for mine. I think it is on. But yeah, that CPU render is so slow. Well, I don't have mine turned on, but I don't have it turned on here because I have 3 versions of Blender. I have the beta where that's running. But yeah, I don't know, it's not too much faster. At least not for mine. Let's see. This is so sad. I couldn't remember how to copy the material. I thought that linked was it. I probably just did the order of operations wrong. Okay. So now we have that. I'm not going to turn on the rolling shutter, but again, I just want to see if normal... Okay, yeah, motion blur doesn't render within the viewport. Good. So I wasn't seeing it. Yeah, some scenes are basically the same. Oh yeah, but with optics now. Oh yeah. Okay, so before I render this, I want to see... oh boy. Use nodes. And... Whoop, not that. Oh, I should have practiced this before I streamed. Oh yeah, don't I have to use a movie clip node? Nope. But I'm gonna leave that there for now. I just want the footage here, but I can't remember how it wants to be read. Okay, what about image sequence? Oh, is that it? I forgot what emerge is now too. Walnut, I think movie clip and the re-navigate to it. Yeah, because that's what I tried to do, right? Could I open a sequence with it as well? Well, I'll be damned, you can. Cool. I'm going to keep both of these for now. Now, what's the merge node? I forgot what the merge node is. Merge, mix, and blender. Is it just mix? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, and it's like A, B, isn't it? I think blender is top to bottom. So let me just quickly get... turn off that... Oh, the motion blur is off. Good. Okay, F12. Let's see. Let's see if the plate shows up. Probably have to swap those. Actually, oh yeah, I gotta swap those. Oh, I don't know how to change the color space for these as well. Come on. I know it was that easy. At the bottom of the node where it says linear. Oh wow, that's kind of easy. There we go. Okay, render layers. Oh, wait. Was I right the first time? Oh, wait. Do I need like the alpha in here? Please, just give me this. Nope. I might have to watch like a fast tutorial on the side here. The footage should be the top, I think. Yeah, I remember there was a weird order to this. I played around with the comp for a while some time ago, and when I realized how awesome Fusion was, I just kind of gave up. There's no alpha. Oh, wait a minute. Do we need where is it? Transparent. Might as well turn on glass too. Oh, there it is, yeah. Yeah, we got the alpha. Cool. Oh, turn on transparent. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I just realized that too. Okay, where's my footage? Please. Whoa, it's kind of working. Okay, what's the next thing? Is there some pre-malt thing? Oh, wait, factor. Get factor out of there. Huh? What happens if I swap now? Whoops. Butchered that. I don't know why this would have happened, why it would have displayed like that. Oh wait, wow. Why did I take an alpha from a footage earlier? That was kind of silly. So do I gotta take this one? And then these might have to swap. I might have just been very stupid earlier. Add a view node so you can see it in the couple. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I did it. Nice. Offset. Oh yeah, this needs a 1001 offset. All right. Moment of truth. Let's see. So let's pick a good frame. What's the worst possible frame? This one. This one right here. Okay, if this works, oh my goodness. So first off, let's just center on frame. Okay, so quick render. Before I do the rolling shutter. Oh crap, there's a mismatch in resolution. Wait. Huh? Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's being clipped. Why is that being clipped? Wow, we were so close. Set it to... Oh, did I really? Oh my goodness, okay. That was dumb. All right. Come on, be nice to me. Huh? Okay, why? What am I missing? If I scrub ahead, what does that do? Try scale, render size. Maybe set it to the UD res because it's putting a small... Huh. Maybe set it to the UD res because it's putting a smaller render over the larger UD. That's a good point. That's actually, it's actually perfect. Yeah, I forgot about that. The expanded the expanded margins. Did that just line up though with this? Oh yeah. Nice, we got it. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that auto scaled it to match. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that's kind of it. Okay. So bad frame. So I'm going to look at that one more time. What frame? 619. I got to remember that. Cool. I wish that was easier to see, but I don't want to mess with the settings anymore, but yeah, we could see it. It's fine. Okay, so I'll be honest, I don't know exactly which box to put in the value. So we got shutter 0.5. We're gonna go start on frame and then top to bottom. And one of these two, we're just gonna try one out because I'll be honest, I don't know the terms. So where's my value? 0.4. I'm gonna copy this. I want to assume it's this one first because it was like 0.5. That doesn't seem right. Maybe it is. 19. You can you wrote it down. Nice. You can look at that if you forgot. Yeah. Nice. All right. So let's just see what that did. If it worked, this should kind of be centered with this thing. Wait, that ain't right. Okay, yeah, I entered it into the wrong thing. So, back to 0.5, and let's put this down here. I don't know. If this one doesn't work, then I don't know what to do. And then I'd have to give up the stream. Okay. Yeah, so that didn't quite work. So what could I try? I wish Walnut, was it you who posted that article? Oh, Jamal, hello. Good to see you. Was it you who found that article a while ago, Walnut, that talked about Synthize and Shutter and Blender? Just for laughs, what happens if I mess with this number a little bit? So, turn that way up. Also, I should turn that sampling down. I don't need to wait this long for this. While setting your shutter speed, I think it should just be the second one. Yeah, that's kind of what I was figuring. There must be some math here that I'm missing too. Oh, I should have turned down the... Oh well. Well, no, I haven't seen anything like that. I just mentioned that I was experimenting with rolling shutter in Blender a month or two ago. Okay, so this is moving. This is moving up. We need this piece to go up here. So the more I turn it up this way. That one didn't exactly move, did it? Can you store images here? Oh man, it's so close. Like, it's so close. Like, it's... Except I don't understand why I had to drag that up to 1. So what does that even mean for me entering in a value? Nope, bring that window back. That's pretty close too. Switch to another slot to save the image. Oh, cool. What's a fast way to cycle through slots? Oh wait, how do I... Oh no, what have you done to me? Oh, slot 1. Rolling shutter duration. Shutter. Start on frame, center on frame, end on frame. Like, what do you even do with this then? I don't know, maybe there's a shortcut. Yeah. I mean, see, the fact that these points are even this close, can I type in a value higher than this? Because you could even just look at this and just eye it out. Can I go higher? Let's try 2. Nope. I want to see another frame. Jamal, type the numbers, not the one on numeric pad. Type the numbers, not the... I did. Yeah, I just typed in a value higher than 1. Doesn't want to do anything. So that's clipped. Oh, where'd my render go? I don't like that. Don't like that either. That's not bad. To cycle, oh, to cycle images. Oh, that's what you meant. Sorry, I thought you meant in the shutter there. Okay, what was that? Type the numbers, not the... Oh. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, look, you can see how off it is. Okay, why is it that off? Wait, did I mess up the... Did I mess up? Is this not right? Wait. I messed up. There's a... okay, so this offset did not like... Why would it work like that? Why does that offset act differently than the alembic offset? That's so stupid. Okay. That might have been it. Well, oh nice, thanks to the shortcut, I'll remember that. Yeah, that's a handy shortcut, Jamal, that's awesome. Well now, what was your footage's shutter angle? Maybe that value is wrong. The shutter angle won't affect, like that'll change the length of the shutter, but what we want is the actual, No, it is that. No, that is what you want, right? That is what you want. What am I smoking? Okay, so I did that frame. Let's go see if that's what was being stupid to me. Let's go back to 19 and look at that. And I'm gonna take that number from SynthEyes again. Oh yeah, it was just 0.4. Okay, give me this. Just give me this, please. Whoa! Wait a minute. Oh, it has the frame, has a... Whoops. Okay, so frame 0. That should have been... No, that's right. That was right to have that offset. All right, well now I don't know what can be, I don't know what could be the issue. Shutter duration. Exposure time for the rolling shutter effect. And shutter up here, taken in frames between shutter opening, time taken in between frames open and close. So what is that? What's the difference in that? Walnut, okay, I thought it might just look different if you shot at like 180 degree shutter versus like 120 or 200 or something. Yeah, I don't know now. Now I'm just kind of thrown for a loop. And like, this is where I would immediately start diving into just whatever I can find online, but I don't want to do that on stream. Mainly because I don't know where to look at the moment.
Good grammar and spelling.
Gotta swap my audio.
We're really just interested in being able to track it as easily as possible. Tracker cleanup, rate of motion part.
Do you remember your shutter speed? I'm curious. 180 degrees. Yeah, it's 180 degrees.
So the shot, you will see the difference between the 2D position and the 3D position. Doesn't compensate on the fly for the rolling shutter. In Maya or whatever, and compositing them back, display if you're
okay. Let's just see this for a moment.
But this is showing you, here's what's happening here in SynthEyes. But if you're rendering new images in Maya or whatever and compositing them back, they will be subject to these same errors as well. That unless your rendering package takes the rolling shutter problem into account also, that it will be, putting things at slightly the wrong spot. So that's why this is a problem, and that's true not just for pans, but it's true for any kind of motion in the shot. It'll be in different degrees, but you know, this is a fair number of pixel difference that you see here.
Subject to errors? To ours? Now, today, we're going to be doing point tracking and synthesize. I love
And if it's a couple of pixels,
love his accent.
you know, that's still significant from a match moving standpoint. So again, you know, whenever possible, if you can go with a camera that's got a global shutter, you're ahead.
Yes.
So thanks for watching.
So a software package you didn't really. I still have no idea what. Hold on. I still have no idea what his accent is, but it is pretty great. I like listening to the guy talk, man. Love his tutorials, but man, this is what do I do with this? Does he say it anywhere?
Clean up. We're going to do that with camera and graphs view. The final value is reasonably short. No way exactly how much rolling shutter.
I just want to see the start, what he says about these settings.
Anderson.
That video came out after Rolling Shutter came out for Cycle, so I wish he covered that. Yeah.
In this tutorial, I'm going to give a detailed walkthrough of the process of doing the rolling shutter analysis to determine exactly how much rolling shutter affects a particular camera. So the particular shot I'm using is from a GH4. So I'm going to walk through this process in some detail. There's a separate tutorial that talks about rolling shutter more.
This value, 0.9. So is that just the same value here? Oh, but that shows just 0.4. What's this? Enable or disable rolling shutter compensation CMOS cameras and then solve for this. For this camera and any moving objects attached. What if I just, I don't know. I'm going to select all my points, set seed, lock, refine, this feature is enabled. This value is, oh wait. This value is different from the value on the shot setup panel and is unused if the solver calculation is not enabled. Either way, when rolling shutter is specified or calculated, the 2D and 3D markup, okay. So this is different. The value is different from the value on the shot setup panel. Enable or disable rolling shutter compensation for the solver for this camera and any moving objects attached to it. These are different? Okay, so let's go... rolling shutter, present, okay. Apply preset. I guess the shot setup one is just default rolling shutter, whereas the other one calculates it. Yeah. But why wouldn't they link themselves up? Rolling shutter enable fraction checkbox and spinner enables and configures rolling shutter compensation during the solving for tracker data of the camera and any objects attached to the shot. CMOS cameras are subject to rolling shutter. Okay. Rolling shutter. Problem horizon. Okay. This would be a great read. Unfortunately, there's no way to eliminate this problem. You can reduce it, work around, but not eliminate it. Contrary to the claim of some, a short shutter time does not reduce rolling shutter. Okay, well, that's kind of what I was wondering earlier. That kind of answers our question, I think, Walnut. If you think about the explanation above, you see, okay. Always use a global shutter camera for aggressive handheld shooting, such as combat, POV footage. Yes, oh my, please. Please shoot, just shoot those like that. Procedure. Solve the shot, use computing roll shutter, run lens workflow, run this script to generate shutter coming in, okay. Modified footage can be viewed only in the perspective view. What? Did it say that? Didn't it say that the calculate? Oh wait. Didn't it say that the calculate one overwrites the shot setup one? Did it? I may have glossed over it. What camera is both global shutter and can fit on a head? Oh man. Oh, I'm so tired of this. If I could just jump to something that says export. Oh, what's this? You can export the entire assembly, including the animated projection screen. Oh, can we... Wait. Can we get an animated screen out of Synthesize? The only global shutter camera I can think of is the giant Blackmagic Ursa camera. I actually didn't know that was a global shutter. Okay, wait. Modified footage is going to be... Wait. Run this script to generate a rolling shutter compensation projection screen. Oh my goodness. Run lens workflow script if distortion is present. Run this script. Okay, wait. What script? Okay, hold up. Whoa! Oh, of course, it's the menu. Wow. Wait, I should probably read that manual before I do that. It comes in both, I believe. The only glow... Oh, okay. Okay, look, I'm just looking at this. Let's see. Solve the shot. Run lens workflow script that stores. Run this script to generate a rolling shutter compensation projection screen. Modified footage can only be viewed. Turn off, right click. I shouldn't read so fast. I'm gonna gloss over this stuff and mess it up again. I just really want to rush this out. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Because anything on a screen does not make people happy. Because you can't really recover this. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, you can't. Wait. Yeah, you can't. I was going to say you can sheet an ST map on this and get your rolling shutter distortion. But that's going to clip. That's going to clip the plate. You don't get margins with this type of method. Also, from shot settings is the basic one, and from solve is a calculated one, and then you can put in a manual one, I guess. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. The actual shutter and the first... But that one had a checkbox, so they're both calculatable. Like, what is this? Enable a disable rolling shutter compensation. I'm just gonna try wing it for a moment. Okay, from this oh wow, oops. From solver. Oh, and shot settings. Oh, okay. Is that what you commented on earlier? Is that what I missed? Walnut, if it's on a screen, then it doesn't do the different rolling shutter based on depth, though. Yeah, that's why it's cool that it can do this, but this isn't very valuable in a pipeline. But it is cool to know. Let's see, does this do anything? Oh, I see it's already warped. Hey, that's cool. Okay, how do I view this? Okay, I have to do textured view. And let's get rid of that. Yo. Oh, but everything's all offset. Oh my god, it's so crazy. That's pretty cool. Is there a way to use this? Because, like, we can't get the margins off this. You can't render this. You can't ST map it because you're going to lose your data. Walnut, enjoy the rest of your experimenting. I have to go now. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for chatting. I'm probably going to give up here soon. This is not the result I wanted. But I think I know what I have to research now going forward. But this is cool too. This is cool too. But no, thank you again. Also, things slipped out of place. Oh, let's see. Let's see what it does if I... Why was it so different? Undo earlier run. Even though I think it said that it had to be applied. But this is just a visual, I guess, so maybe it's just not gonna... I don't know. I gotta sit and actually take the time and read it. Oh, well, this worked better. Oh, it's not even the footage. Oops. It's not even distorted. This is cool, though. Oh, you know what? You could take this, you could just take this plane directly into... You could just take this directly into Nuke or Fusion. And then you're avoiding the double sampling. Because if you mess well, wait, this is for display. What you want to do is apply the shutter to the CG. So this doesn't help. Yeah, it really is just for viewing. That is damn cool, though. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's all I'm going to figure out with this. See, you can't take this and you need to apply that rolling shutter to the footage, not de-warp the footage. So this will not, you can't put CG on this and then apply it on top of your footage. So I guess like in the note there, like it said, where did it say? It mainly offered as illustration of the effects of rolling shutter rather than a regular production tool to remove it, which is not possible in general. Yeah. Alternatively, you can render the perspective view to write corrected. You can render the perspective. Oh, yeah. To write corrected images, then delete the screen and change shot images to the corrected images. Oh, that's dirty. This script is an experiment demonstrating the effect of rolling shutter and why it's problematic, not a way to remove. Yeah. You must be solved. Plausibly solved. Okay. Yeah, that's too bad. This is really cool, though. I'm actually going to use this. Just, again, it's a good visual. I actually am going to use this for a lot of shots that I work on, just to see what is affecting me. That's awesome. All right, well, I think that's all I have. That's all I have, so I don't know if there's any lingering questions at all that anybody may have. That's all I got. Oh, no, it's dead, actually. The number didn't refresh. See, because Rechat said there's a couple more, but I think there's only 2 people watching right now. So it went from 5 down to 2, which makes sense because this is kind of dying now. I don't know what I'm doing. I've kind of already realized that I can't go any further with this. So this is about it. So I think I can go to bed now, comfortably. Oh, yeah, that's it. All right, cool. Unless the only 2 people watching has a question, that's it for me. So, end card, and yeah. I was just kind of scrolling and taking a look at this as I get ready to go. That's pretty cool and mesmerizing to watch. But anyway, one more time, thank you for watching and jumping off now. Muted. Jamal, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. And hope you have a great day.